Good morning, afternoon or evening. It's morning for me. It's almost 11 in the morning. And I am in a different nature spot today. I enjoyed doing this in nature yesterday, so I think I'm gonna find a new spot more often and try doing these at a different spot around Japan, around the area I live, because what's a better way to make memories than to have a record of the memories? This is actually right next to my dorms. So there's this mall here. I don't know if I can. You probably can't see it through the trees, but there's a mall, Yamada Denki, and then behind me is the baseball field. And there's people practicing there right now, so if you hear people yelling, they're probably just excited. Yeah. I have a few topics I want to talk about. The first one, I guess I'll start with what I wrote in the notebook yesterday. I wrote down, what kind of legacy do you want to leave behind? It's pretty deep, but this book that I read last month is called The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. It talked about how everybody has this sort of thing they want to leave behind, like this project, this passion project that you create, and it's like outside of yourself, because when you disappear from the world, then like that project stays behind and it's like a piece of you still exists within the world. And it was talking about how everybody has this kind of thing that they want to do, and it's basically like a legacy that you leave behind. So I want you to think about what it is you want to leave with the world when you leave the world. You can write that in the comments if you want. I don't know what I want to leave the world. I write a lot. I think a lot, so I write a lot. And I think making these videos has been helping me to kind of process my thoughts differently, because speaking them out loud is vastly different from writing them down and then seeing what you just wrote. This, I have to like rewatch the video to hear what I was thinking. And I'm usually surprised when I go back to an older video and I listen to it and I'm like, wow, I said that. I'm usually surprised, because sometimes when I'm thinking and when I'm talking, I'm like not even, I don't know what I'm saying. It's just coming out. Sometimes I don't even know if it's me. Maybe God speaks through me. I don't know. God speaks through everybody, so it's not impossible. I've been seeing a lot of butterflies today too. Oh, that's a dragonfly. But I saw a butterfly earlier. It was really pretty. The other thing I wanted to talk about is this kind of weird scenario that I've been encountering with money. It happened 3 different times, and I think it's just because like I'm transitioning from one state to another, and like I'm in a new phase now, and I've changed a lot since my previous state. So the first time it happened was I was grocery shopping. I was getting stuff to make my meals for my meal plan. And I bought a cake because I wanted a cake. Actually, I think this was a different time than the meal planning thing. But anyway, I was buying a bunch of vegetables and I bought a cake. And I scanned the cake and I put it in the cart, or in the basket on the other side. And for some reason it didn't register that it got put into the basket. And the screen came up and was like, you didn't put this in the basket. And then somebody had to come over and like fix the screen. And they were like, oh, okay, the green peppers are in your cart, because I guess that was the last thing I had scanned. And an old version of me, because I did this in America, which I know is probably bad, but like, I grew up poor, and I had this belief that Walmart makes a lot of money, so they get enough money from everybody else. And it was already in the other side of the cart, so technically it wasn't a mistake on my part. So previously I would not have done anything differently. I would have left it in the cart and gone on with my shopping. But now, this time, I picked it up out of the cart and rescanned it so that I made sure that I paid for it, because I feel like that's the right thing to do, rather than just leaving it and not doing anything and then getting free cake out of it. But the second time, what was the second time? Oh, I had a book. Okay, I went thrift shopping with a friend, and there's two different sides of the store, right? So the one side has like books and games and stuff, and you have to go to a certain register for that. And then the other side of the store has clothing items and accessories, and it has its own checkout register place also. So we went, and I had a book in my hand, and then we went shopping for clothes. So I checked out my clothes first, and there's two doors. There's one to the clothing side, and there's one to the game book side. And after we finished, when I was checking out the clothes, the guy said, oh, you have to take this book over to the other side. And I was like, okay, I understand. And then after I checked out the clothes, and then my friend checked out their clothes, we walked out of the store. And I got to my bike, and I put the stuff down, and I realized I was still holding the book. And I was like, oh shit, I didn't pay for this. So I went back in to the other side and paid for the book, and then went out. And then the third time was kind of the same day. The friend that I was shopping with was supposed to pay me back from when I lent money to a different friend before she went back to her country. They're both from Vietnam, so the one friend who was here first borrowed a large sum of money from me so that she could finish paying her bills before she went back. And she's like, okay, well, my other friend is coming, and she'll pay you back when she gets here. So the second friend recently came to Japan, and she paid me back. But for some reason, I thought that like the other friend borrowed more money than she originally had. It was only like 400 yen difference, but I was like, I didn't realize that in the moment. And then like later I double checked, and I was like, oh shit, I told her more than it was supposed to be. So then I had to give her back her change. But I don't know, it's just weird how that had all happened. I don't know where I was going with this, but I wanted to share it because I thought it was an interesting like situation that kept happening around money. I think it's because like my understanding of money has been shifting, and like I've been less anxious about it, and I've been more free-flowing, obviously wise with how I spend my money, but I've been more free-flowing. Like if I want something, I actually allow myself to get it, instead of being like, oh no, I can't afford this, or I don't need the, like, Kenneth, I don't know. But I'm trying to get out of that lack mindset, which has been a journey. So I guess another legacy that I want to leave behind is generational wealth for the next generation of whoever I bring into the world, if and when I bring someone into the world, since I'm a woman and I have that capability. But I also need somebody, well, I guess I don't need somebody to help me with that, but I would like someone to help me with that. I have someone in mind, but I don't know if it's the universe's plan, so guess we'll find out. I actually saw this video on YouTube yesterday of these women who are like, this is the age I was when all of these things happened. And she's like, I started dating at 25, and then I met my husband at 28, and then I got pregnant at 31, and I was like, oh, or 30 says she was 37, I think. I was like, oh, I got time. I've been worried because I'm like, we have a window of opportunity to have children, but I guess since all my family had their children when they were like super young in their 20s, I feel like I'm behind and late, but I am not. I am exactly where I need to be at this moment. And I'm proud of myself for where I am, and I'm happy to be here. And I'm happy to share these moments with you because it's beautiful out here. And yeah, this is fun. I like being out in nature. I like doing these videos in different places. I think I'm gonna keep doing it because I know a few places that I like to go meditate, so I might walk there and go do that. This is actually another place where I do my walking, so this path here goes that way, and the dorms are over there. Boop, boop, boop. And then I walk that way. Well, not that way, but yeah. Alright, well, I hope you have a wonderful, beautiful, fantabulous day, and I will catch you in the next one.